6 months ago, I deleted TikTok. I was traveling Southeast Asia at the time. It was October 2025, and I had used TikTok for 7 years.
Taking off a skirt, let her wear my shirt before she leaves.
I posted on it regularly. I even managed to somehow amass 25,000 followers by the end of it. I was posting nearly every single day, sometimes even multiple times a day. And I even started to make a little bit of money on it, just as like a side income. But after years of using the app and years of posting my own content, I started noticing something last year. I started getting more socially anxious. I was waking up and checking TikTok first thing for engagement. I was feeling self-conscious, and I had a general negative outlook of myself and the world around me. That was not the type of emotion I wanted to be feeling whilst enjoying my 25th birthday in Bali on a boat. And I started thinking, what's the cause of all of this? I'm supposedly having the best time of my life, I'm traveling, I've just quit my job, and I put it down to TikTok. I kept making up excuses as to why I couldn't simply just delete the app. And it came to the point where I had to seriously sit down with myself and question at what point the benefits are not worth the cons. Ultimately, no amount of money is worth losing your sense of peace and actually enjoying your life and the moments that you live in at the present time. Obviously, there are some good aspects to the app, like funny dog videos or outfit inspiration, or going on there when you go on holiday to see what kind of restaurants to go to that night. And I also kind of kept the app due to these reasons, telling myself and convincing myself that it was worth keeping. But realistically, can you find those things and that information elsewhere? Yes. Is it necessary to find it on TikTok? No. Is it easier? Yes, but there is other methods. So here are 7 things that I felt change once I deleted the app. I'm going to start off with a realistic one, which is I started getting addicted to other short form content, i.e. YouTube and Instagram Reel. Short form content is addictive. There is a reason why these social media platforms have currently got multiple lawsuits against them. And as soon as I left TikTok, my brain latched onto other platforms with this form of content as well. Although my doom scrolling wasn't as bad on these platforms as it was on TikTok, it was still something that I was becoming more aware of and consciously had to make the effort to also remove these apps off my phone. Number 2, my brain felt fresher. It's not even necessarily about the specific content that I was watching whilst doom scrolling on TikTok, but it's more the general feel like I was being unproductive, my brain felt foggy, I felt more anxious in general, I just had bad mood and anxiety. I used to wake up in the morning and check TikTok first thing, big no-no, and I instantly went into a bad headspace for the rest of the day. And the minute that I deleted the app, I felt like a massive weight lift off my shoulders. I now have so much more clarity in my brain day to day, and I'm also so much more productive. My emotions have also become so much more regulated. Every single video is sparking a completely different emotion on TikTok. One video could be about a funny dog video and you're laughing and you're crying from laughing, and the next video could be about war happening in another country, which is very important to know about, but the switch in emotions is not natural. In the space of a few seconds, that does not happen in real life, and the amount of times that it happens when we're exposed to this type of content, just scrolling and scrolling, it creates such an unregulated emotional system. Number 3 is I generally cared less about trends and spent less money. This happened to me in multiple contexts. Firstly, I wasn't exposed to as many micro trends anymore, and I therefore didn't feel like I had to keep up with something. For years, I was in this cycle where I saw something and subconsciously my brain thought, you need that, that is so nice, your outfit would look so much cooler, your makeup would look so much better with that product, and you are just constantly pushed advertisements and marketing on these apps. When I deleted it, I started actually figuring out what my personal style was and what was something that I wanted to buy because I genuinely thought that I would wear it, as opposed to because I saw 5 TikToks about it that morning. It made me save money because I ended up realizing that most of the micro trends that I was following weren't my actual style, and it didn't make me feel good. Not having constant ads and hauls pushed into my head all the time made me actually develop a better sense of self. Number 4, I was comparing my life to other people's lives less. Watching hundreds of videos of different people's lifestyles made me subconsciously constantly compare their lifestyle to my own. One minute I would be watching a 19-year-old who had just bought their new house, and the next video I would see someone who's just quit their long-term career that they had worked on, and they're now traveling South America alone and they've met all these great new friends. Not only is this harmful because you're constantly creating comparisons between these people that you don't even know and your own life, but you also a lot of the time don't actually know the background context of these situations, and you don't see the reality behind them. That 19-year-old might have had a down payment from their parents. That person traveling Brazil might be in their most lonely time ever and they're actually just wanting to go home. You only ever see the most glamorous side of these types of videos on social media. It's a natural thing for people to always try to show their best version. You end up comparing your reality to someone's glamorized version of life. Deleting TikTok made me realize how much I was subconsciously doing this to myself, and I was constantly putting pressure on myself to do a certain thing in life, or I should be here, I should be at this milestone, no, I want to do that actually, and my brain was constantly switching between what I wanted to achieve, and it was purely because I was watching so many different people doing so many different things at once. Number 5, I suddenly had so much more free time. I used to think that I was just going on TikTok to fill up a bit of time, waiting before work or on my lunch break, or I'm waiting for my GP appointment. But then I actually ended up realizing that I never ever felt refreshed and relaxed because I never let myself just sit there and be bored. I was constantly filling my time doom scrolling. At the time, there would be occasions where I would be scrolling on TikTok for hours without even realizing. Since I deleted it, I've managed to read over 30 books in the space of 6 months. I've started some of the old hobbies that I've neglected. I've been cooking and baking more. I just feel like I have won back my own free time. Number 6 is I got JOMO. Joy of missing out. I actually believed that I would get the opposite of this and I would have FOMO if I deleted the app, because surely I would be missing out on all the jokes, the funny trends, the memes, the sayings and the music on TikTok. Shortly after deleting the app, I realized that I was experiencing the complete opposite and I was loving it. I thought that if I didn't know all these things, I would be missing out on conversations and I wouldn't be able to relate to people my age, but I soon realized that most of those conversations passed within a few seconds, and it actually felt quite satisfying knowing that I was missing out. I realized that I don't need to know all the latest jokes and the newest trending music on TikTok, and I became okay with that. Number 7 is I started living in the moment more. As I stated previously, I ended up getting around 25,000 followers at the time of when I deleted TikTok, and due to this I felt a constant pressure to be engaging on TikTok and post new videos every single day. I even sometimes had obligations to create a video in a certain time frame. This pressure meant that I was filming little snippets of my day a lot of the times, or I had to allocate maybe an hour out of my day to record a video. To keep this up along full-time work whilst I was working was extremely draining because I worked in healthcare and my shifts were completely all over the place. And whilst traveling, I had more spare time, but then I ended up realizing that time that I could be spending outside exploring, I was spending in the hotel room. And while some days I still didn't record and I still had the best time traveling ever, I did end up getting quite sick of the fact that I felt like I had to post. And since I deleted the app, I don't feel that obligation anymore, and I've found enjoyment in other ways of creating content, which for me is mainly YouTube now. I actually realized that I said there's 7 points, but there is 8. So my final one is my screen time plummeted. My screen time quickly dropped from an average of about 5 to 6 hours a day to 2 to 3 hours absolute maximum. Looking back on that now, thinking that I would sometimes be on my phone to 5 to 6 hours a day is absolutely mind-boggling to me. This is an average of 90 hours saved a month and 45 days saved in a year, just by cutting it down to half the time day. Although I still sometimes find myself stuck in a cycle of scrolling or finding other ways to just be stuck to my phone throughout the day, I do feel like I'm generally way more intentional with my screen time. Just go on it to reply to someone, or if I feel like I need to look for something, or for example at the moment we've just moved out, so my screen time's a little bit higher because I'm looking for a wardrobe on Google. What I ended up thinking would be a week-long detox ended up being 6 months, and I don't think I will ever go back onto TikTok. There is already an increase and let's say like a trend towards deleting social media apps, and some people are even ditching the smartphone and opting for flip phones instead. In my personal experience, the benefits of deleting some of these apps, especially the ones pushing short form content, is endless. And finally, if you've been debating deleting TikTok and you've been making up excuses in your head as to why you haven't, the fact that you pressed on this video to me indicates that you want to do it, and you should delete it now. Thanks for watching this video. This is not my usual content, as I usually post vlogs, so I'll be interested to see how the editing of this video goes, and stay tuned for more and to watch my vlogs because I show more personality on them. Bye!